Shalom. My name is Michael Decker, and I'm a lawyer within the law offices of Cohen, Decker, Pex and Brosh. Today I wanted to discuss a very important topic that's relevant to many creditors around the world, and it's regarding debts that were accumulated by Israeli counterparts in business transactions, which are international. Today, basically, we're living in a time where there are many international transactions being finalized and implemented all over the world. And Israel in general, also because of the high-tech industry, and also because it's a very small country with a lot of business-minded people. Many Israelis do business on an international level, and most Israelis are very honest people. Most businessmen in Israel are very straightforward and very honest. We definitely encourage international companies to do business with Israel and with Israeli businessmen and women. But just like anywhere in the world, sometimes also Israelis either reach situations where they go bankrupt, where they have financial difficulties, and sometimes, in rare cases, unfortunately, you also have Israelis that are not the most honest, and you can reach a situation where you'll have an Israeli that owes you money. Also, sometimes you just have, of course, legitimate disputes between two counterparts, business counterparts. So the Israeli might think he doesn't owe money to an international company or a foreign counterpart. So the question arises, and this question arises a lot: how does a foreign company collect the debt here in Israel when an Israeli owes them money? This can be complicated sometimes for foreign business counterparts because we're dealing with a different country, a different legal system, a different language. And sometimes the debts are just not high enough for there to be any financial profitability in even pursuing legal action. So if the debt is high enough for there to be financial profitability, there is a very straightforward method here in Israel to collect debts. First of all, it is common practice to send a warning letter to a debtor here, wherein you stipulate the debt owed and you ask for it to be paid. If the warning letter is ignored, and depending on the type of contract you had with the debtor, then litigation is required. Litigation can either be easy if, for example, we're dealing with a stipulated debt and a very clear contract, or it can be a bit more challenging when the dispute and the amount owed is vague or not so clear. Then actual litigation and a trial and fact-finding and everything that goes along with actual litigation is required. Our office represents many international creditors, and we help many companies around the world collect debts here in Israel. After you get a court decision, then you have a collection agency, and you can open a file at the collection agency and collect debts even by force if debtors don't respect and don't obey court decisions that are rendered here in Israel. I hope that this information was clear. If you have any questions in this regard, you can feel free to contact us, and we'll be happy to be of assistance and answer any question you might have. Thank you for your time.